Hello, everyone. This is Farah Nile Cruise, and now we are in Farah Nile Cruise podcast. I'm Hamees, and I'm honored and glad to be your host for this amazing and thrilling podcast that we're having today. As you may all know, that we are sailing from Luxor to Aswan, a land of rich treasure of ancient Egyptian. And now we have our esteemed guest that we would like to review and see the overview of her stay on cruise and on the Nile. We have Santhy. Hello, Santhy.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you guys
Everything's
doing?
great.
It's been wonderful.
Out of all the wintry destinations, why did you choose Egypt in particular?
I think a few reasons. I'm here with my family, and they've always wanted to come to Egypt at least since my dad was little. So that was a big reason. He planned all of this. And
so it wasn't your idea at first, it was your dad's idea.
It was my dad's idea.
Okay.
And when he mentioned it and mentioned all of the ideas he had, it was obvious that I had to come.
So did anything that you expected that you didn't find, or something that you did not expect that you found after also? Can you tell me about that?
To be honest, I didn't really know that much about Egypt before coming here. I think I knew, a little bit about ancient Egypt from school and history.
Yeah, the movies, everything.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
But besides that, I didn't know much. I'd never really been to the Middle East or this part of the world before. And it's been wonderful. I think it's so rich in culture. The cuisine's amazing. The people are wonderful. It's been amazing.
Since you've mentioned the cuisine, you've tried any Egyptian dishes so far?
I have. I've tried a lot of the different meats, which has been delicious. I've also tried some of the desserts, but to be honest, I
Which dessert did you like the most?
don't know the name.
You don't know the name. You don't know the basbousa, kunafa, or anything.
Kunafa.
Kunafa.
Yes.
See, that rang a bell, didn't it? Okay, so since we are now leaving Luxor, so what was your overall impression about the whole experience, the whole city, first of all, like the vibes, the market, the people?
I think from the beginning, we flew in, and as soon as I got off the plane, it was obvious that it was such a beautiful location. The water of the Nile is wonderful. The mountains and just the way the city looks is just beautiful. I think, going from place to place, temple to temple, I was just surprised to see how much there was to do in such a small area, in a city that honestly before coming to Egypt, I hadn't heard about. It's been great.
You haven't heard of Luxor
I hadn't
before?
heard of Luxor, but studying Roman Greek history, I'd heard of Thebes, so I'd heard the old name, I guess, of the city, and I didn't even know that it was the same city.
Carrying on, so what was your very famous monument or temple that has really surprised you?
I think this morning we went to the Valley of the Kings, and that was amazing. It takes a minute to get there. You're kind of going through the mountain area.
Yeah, it's very small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you park and you have to take a bus up, and then once you get there, there's just tomb after tomb of all of these, past kings, and it's really beautiful. And when you go inside, there's these long lines, but it's definitely worth the wait, because I think some of the art that was preserved is some of the most beautiful art I think I've ever seen. And it's really crazy to think that all of those colors, all of those symbols are still here.
Still alive till our day.
Exactly.
That's true. And I'm going to ask you a little bit of not a very deep question, it's actually a deep question. So I want you to tell me about a feeling that Egypt has left on you, like a feeling that you did not feel anywhere else.
I think the feeling that I've had from honestly the beginning, since I was in Cairo until now and this morning, has just been immense gratitude. I think seeing, how long these civilizations have been around, I just feel a lot of gratitude that, I get to learn about them. I'm so privileged to be able to visit an area like this that's so beautiful. Coming from so far away, it's just been a lot of
Exotic.
that feeling.
I mean,
Yeah, it's been amazing.
That's perfect. And since now we are in Farah Nile Cruise, thank you for being and choosing Farah Nile Cruise, first of all. I want to ask you about the very first impression you had on the cruise, and did it meet your expectations, and how did you come across it, first of all?
So we heard about the cruise from a family friend who was on this cruise, I think, a couple of years ago.
Oh, so it was recommended.
It was
All right, that's
recommended,
perfect.
and they couldn't, praise it highly enough. They had all of these
That's
great things to say. And when we decided we were coming to Egypt, we knew this was something we wanted to do. So we reached out to them, asked them about their experience, and that's kind of why we came here.
That's perfect. And anything in particular that actually really caught your attention? The stuff, how was the food, everything? So can you tell me something in particular that actually really caught your interest in the cruise?
I think from the beginning, I came here with my family. I have a younger brother who's kind of similar age to me. The moment we set foot on the boat, we were just amazed at how nice it is. We've been on cruises, in the US, we've been on river cruises, and this is by far one of the nicest boats we've been on. So that was, I think, the first thing. And then since then, it's only been even more wonderful. The food's been delicious. The people, I think, are what make the cruise the way it is. Everyone is so welcoming and friendly, and it feels like even in the 2 days I've been here, they've gotten to know me and my family. It's been amazing.
And which part of the day that you really enjoyed on the cruise, like the morning or the evening?
So far, I've enjoyed everything. I think particularly, this morning was when we first set sail, and so we had lunch on the sun deck, and it was beautiful. I think that's been my favorite so far.
Yeah, and the weather, like during that time of the year, is it really warm for you, or was like you've experienced this weather before?
It's nice. I think it's not super warm to where it's unbearable. It's nice. You feel the sun, on your skin. And then I like that in the mornings, and in the evenings it's a bit cooler. I think it's the perfect time.
Yeah, that's great. And now I'm just gonna ask you like very, very quick questions, and you just have to answer with just one word.
One word? Okay.
One word. Okay, ready?
Sure.
Okay, say one word about traveling.
Novel.
That's perfect. Egypt.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Ancient Egyptians.
Unique.
Unique. Sailing in one word.
Exciting.
Nile River.
Deep.
Deep. And last thing about Farah Nile Cruise.
Lovely.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Santhy. That's it. Thank you so much for being with us here. Thank you for choosing Farah Nile Cruise, and it's been amazing talking to you, and thank you for all the the comments you had on Egypt and everything. So that has been really nice. Thank you so much
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. That has been it for today with our esteemed guest, Santhy. So stay tuned for more.